All right, so what we're gonna do right now is we're going to seed a couple flats. This is a 200 flat. This is a 128 flat, so they can hold 200 and 128 seedlings, respectively. We're gonna use peat plugs. We buy these in cases of 5,000 at a pop. Okay, it's peat moss dried out and formed into these plugs. You can see the hole where the seed goes. Okay, and they are held together with a polymer binding. It's all 100% biodegradable, and you simply will drop it right into one of the cells, and you'll take a seed, and most of the seed we work with is coated, and it's coated so you can grab the seed with your hand easily, and when you put it into the plug, you actually can see whether or not there's a seed inside the plug. If we're dealing with uncoated seeds, one, you probably are going to be using a hand seeder, and two, you have to be really paying close attention to whether or not the seed actually fell into the plug, because you can't see them once they go in. They're very small and hard to work with. So when we have a choice, we'll always get what's called a pelleted seed. All right, so what we have here, these are plants that just germinated within the last few days. Anytime we seed and start germinating, you want to do that at the beginning of the week. It's going to take about 2 to 3 days for the seed to actually start to grow, and that's what we call germination. And we want to make sure that you do that at the beginning of the week, because if you look up here, okay, this is what's called a humidity dome. All right, it's transparent, so the light's able to go through it. What happens is in order to germinate the seed, we start with the seeds with a lid over it. So you have water in the basin. Okay, you have your plugs sitting in the basin. Okay, we label them, and then we're going to throw a dark opaque lid on the top because we don't want any light. We also have this heat mat on, and here's the thermostat. So we have it set for about 100 degrees. So what that does is it provides heat and warmth into the water, which radiates into the plugs, which encourages the seeds to actually germinate. The darkness actually encourages the seed to germinate as well. We want to simulate being underground, okay? But as soon as you see the first seed start to grow, you will end up swapping out the opaque lid for the transparent humidity dome, just like that. Then you're gonna wait. You'll leave everything else the same, checking on water levels. You're gonna wait for another couple days for the majority of all the plants to start to germinate and grow. Once you have the majority of plants actually growing, now it's time to take the flat and put it down into the flood table down here. So that's what we did with these today.